To the war against drug abuse, as the chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Mohammed Buba Marwa, is seeking a partnership with the Delta State governments to fight the scourge in the state with more than 500,000 drug users. And the agency's chairman, who is on a visit to the state, reveals that the agency is taking the fight to the grassroots. Ikenna Amici has more.
A report by the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime in Nigeria indicates that 14.4%, that is 14.3 million of people aged between 15 and 64 years, abuse drugs. But as the chairman of the NDLEA visits Delta State Governor, he is quick to admit that this figure is quite low compared to the reality. He called for collaboration with all stakeholders.
So if you were to remove the 8 brackets, it's going to be much higher, maybe 20 million. Drug use prevalence is expected to rise 11% with the rest of the world. In Africa, 40%. So clearly, we need to double down and make sure that does not happen. In this war, first, there has to be a structure. Already in this great state, Your Excellency, you already have the first structure, which is the State Drug Control Committee. We wish to appeal that the chairperson of the State Drug Control Committee be the First Lady of the state.
The momentum must be sustained and accelerated if we are to win the war against drug abuse. And I assure you for our unwavering support and partnership which you have measured here.
Earlier, Mr. Marwa had a meeting with the 25 local government chairmen on how to domesticate the fight against substance abuse.
Collaborative measures I came to seek from the Honorable Chairman for us to collaborate to prevent the prevalence of drugs in the state and also to support the establishment of rehab and counseling centers.
The palace of the Asagba of Asaba ended the visit as the NDLEA chairman is advocating a mandatory drug test before marriage and for political appointees.
These are people that are going to be held responsible for public trust, and they ought to be in the right state of mind at all times.
With over 6,000 convictions, more than 27,000 rehabilitated across the country, the agency believes that the NDLEA bill, when signed, will further help the fight. Ikenna Amici, TVC News, Asaba.